Welcome to the FocusBear Windows app. I'm Jeremy, the founder of FocusBear, and I'm thrilled that you're trying out the app. I built the app originally to help myself with problems that I had around that distractibility and not doing my self-care behaviors like meditation and exercise, even though I knew that they would help with my ADHD symptoms. The app has really made a big difference in my life in terms of my mental health, my physical health, and my productivity, and I'm sure that it's going to have the same effects for you. Let's go through how to set it up to make it work for your life. What we'll do, we'll go into the taskbar here, click on the FocusBear menu icon, and then we'll go to Preferences. There's two areas that I want you to change. The first one is under Focus, and the second is Edit Habits. Under Focus, we can set up different types of work that you do. Let's say that you sometimes do some programming work and sometimes some video editing work. You can see in this case that for programming, I've allowed apps like Visual Studio Code, a code editor, and terminal apps. And for video editing, I've allowed After Effects and Zoom. And you can also see that I'm allowing After Effects and AfterEffects.com as allowed URLs. Let's go through, if we were to make another type of work, let's say that you also do some bookkeeping on the side. If you're a freelance videographer, maybe you need to do a little bit of bookkeeping as well. In that case, we would allow, I don't have Excel installed, but I do have OpenOffice, so I could add that. And then let's say if I also had Excel, but it wasn't appearing in the list, I can add an app manually. The other thing that I want to do is I want to choose which websites that I can use. I'll need Google Chrome as well now that I think about it. So I'm going to just add that in, chrome.exe. For the URLs, let's say I use Zoho Books as my bookkeeping system. I can put it in like that, and that will allow me to use Zoho Books during that focus mode when I start using that one. And maybe also 0, just in case. The other thing that I could do, I can put in a term like GST. And then if I go to any website where the tab title includes GST, that will be allowed. So I'll just close that and show you, if I wanted to run that focus mode, what I do is I click here on bookkeeping, I specify the length of time, and I put in an intention for what I want to achieve. If I then go to a distracting website, let's say I go to Facebook, I can say, no, I was getting distracted, and it will block it for me. The other thing that I'm going to show you, I'll just stop that focus mode for a second. I'll show you how to edit your habits. I'll go again back to Preferences, and then under Edit Habits, we'll come in here and we can configure what to do in the morning and evening routine. The idea here is that you want to choose activities that are going to lead to a better day at work or at university, whatever activity you happen to do during the day, and potentially fit in some self-improvement as well. For example, doing some yoga in the morning is great. I do that myself. Going for a run, I also find that helpful. Those two activities tend to lead to me being more focused throughout the day. But you don't have to follow our default options. You can add in any activity that you want. For example, let's say that you wanted to learn how to use After Effects better. We can come in here and make a new habit. Specify the duration, maybe 10 minutes, and then we can go to more options, and you could either, I'll show you YouTube videos in a bit, but I think for this one, what would be great is if we would allow using Chrome and After Effects. Just a second. And then we could have some time on Udemy. There might be a Udemy course that you'd want to do. And then we can have Adobe, because that's probably also got some content about After Effects. So we can add it like that, and what that will mean is that when you get to that activity, you'll be able to use Chrome and After Effects to do some practice. Let's have a look at another one here, yoga. How is that configured? In this case, we're using YouTube videos. We've got 2 different YouTube videos, and it's going to choose a random one each day. You could add in another YouTube video URL. Just go to YouTube, find a relevant YouTube for yoga, and chuck it in there. And what's going to happen when you get to that habit is it will show you one of those YouTube videos so that you're not having to do yoga on your own. The other things are your breaks, that it's recommended to do 20 minutes, every 20 minutes to take a break. That will rest your eyes, prevent you from getting a sore neck, sore eyes, headache, that sort of thing. And in your break, we recommend doing something active. If you're at home and no one's watching, you could even do a micro workout. You could bust out some push-ups or squats. Or if you're at the office, then it might be better to do something that is a bit more based in your chair. You could do, say, an upper body twist. And this comes by default. It's got some YouTube videos demonstrating how to do each of the stretches, and you can do it in your own time. You can modify it yourself as well. Evening routine is pretty similar to morning routine. Put in activities that you want to do after your shutdown time. So here, let's say you want to go to sleep at 10:30 p.m. It'd be great if you stopped using the computer and your phone at 8:30 and you wound down by tidying your desk, did some journaling, and planned tomorrow. When you're done, click on Save and Restart, and then your morning routine will commence. We'll see that in a second, that it is going to kick off the morning routine, and then it will initially ask you to do a focusing exercise which will help you to get into a focused state of mind. There's some research backing that up. I'll just pause the video while it goes through this. And then we're onto our first activity, networking on LinkedIn, and we'll find that LinkedIn is allowed, but other websites are blocked. And then as we would progress through the other activities in the morning routine, we'd get yoga, where it would show a YouTube video with some yoga exercises and the other activities that we have in our morning routine. Hope you can see the possibilities there for improving your habits and potentially also being a lot more productive by blocking distractions. If you need any help with the app, feel free to email us, team@focusbear.io. We would be glad to help.